It's harder to get in with more women on the cast. But aren't we kind of hypocrites in a sense that, you know, so we're going to protect our kids and everything's going to be great, but then we go and see movies that have violence and sex and everything else, and we're putting this into us and thinking, well, it has no effect into us because I'm an adult. Is that true? Is it only kids that are susceptible?
Well, you know, all of the research, no. It's not just kids, and susceptibility is a different issue than development. So you've asked a brilliant question here. So different people are susceptible to different stimuli. We know that 7 to 11% are susceptible to violence. They walk out of a movie. John Singleton is bringing out a new movie. He's a black director. One of his movies, 31 people stabbed and beat each other. A few people walk out pretending, you know, that they're the next, you know, Rambo or whatever it happens to be. 31% are susceptible to sex. Many more are susceptible to, you know, advertisements for 1995. You can cook better, your life will get better, everything. So we have different susceptibilities. That's why God has 7 deadly sins.
But I like good films,
Yeah, I do too.
and I don't necessarily watch a lot of mainstream movies a lot, but it always bothers me because I wonder, why aren't there more movies out there that have good values but are really well acted, well produced? I mean, not just good moral movies, but like I'm talking about good movies, like really well done, deeper movies.
Well, Aristotle 3,000 years ago told us what would make a good drama. Plot first, character second, dialogue third, idea fourth, music fifth, and spectacle last. If you take a good movie like King Kong and put too much special effects in it, it then becomes King Baehr, the remake. If you take a good concert artist like Leonard Cohen and then put him in a concert video, it usually becomes a boring concert video, etc. So it all has to flow from plot. Plot is where you're going, you know, and how you got there, the characters or who came with you, and the themes of the interactions between the characters. So I've been teaching this. You want to come to my script writing course?
I know, but honestly, I really do wish we had a higher standard for Christian media. It bothers me that Christian movies are usually cheesy or just.
Well, see,
I know they don't have the money.
You're asking another question now.
I am.
You're asking it totally because Pixar, John Lasseter is a very good Christian. You know, he's got 5 children. He's a Boy Scout leader. He goes to church. Dick Cook, who's head of production in Disney Studios, is a very good Christian. Mark Zorati, I've got a clip of him out there. There are a lot of good Christians making big Christian. Ken Wales, who's been on your show, did Amazing Grace, and so there are a lot of good Christians doing great movies, and there have been since the beginning of time. In 1897, there were 3 Passion plays. By 1914, you know, some of the best movies were made by Christians. Cecil B. DeMille, arguably.
Here's my birthday gift this year. I brought it along. Absolutely can vouch for this one, The 10 Commandments.
Amen.
Charlton Heston.
Now, I have one of the 50 books of the 10 Commandments in leather of the original script signed by all the theologians who worked on it.
You're such a tease.
Beautiful.
Okay, that was a good movie then, but nowadays
Yeah,
it's
like,
kind
we're
of
not going to go to we're not going to go to the theater and see 10 Commandments. Is there a bias though against Christians in the industry who want to do great films?
When we started out, there was only one movie with positive Christian content, Trip to Bountiful. That was back in 1985. Now, 51% of the movie. Nancy Drew at the beginning. Have you seen Nancy Drew?
No.
It's a great.
I love her.
It is a
read all her
great,
books. I was
great
ready to
movie.
see it.
In the beginning, she catches the 2 thieves in the church trying to steal something. She says they have to go to the minister to confess. They said, can we go to a psychologist? Oh, we don't want to go to the minister. So they go to the minister to confess. And the minister prays for her in the name of Jesus. It's incredible. So every week you have a major movie. I mean, even in Ratatouille, you know, where the little boy says, you know, the cook, my mother's in heaven because she believes. There's all these references to faith and values. When Meet the Robinsons, you know, the truth will set you free. So all these things, especially the references to Jesus, have increased dramatically. And many of the people, there's 6 major studios. 4 of the studios are headed up by people who grew up in the church, and some of them who say they still have a faith. So that's another book of mine. So You Want to Be in Pictures.
I think we need to go to the red carpet because we're going to get that flavor.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
You know,
I'm so glad you said
Jesus
that.
moments in the midst of the entertainment arena. So
Thank
this
you.
is the Movie Guide Awards last one? Ted?
This is the last awards. This is our red carpet. This is, you have to come to our next awards.
Oh, wouldn't we
February
love it?
12th. You're all invited. Everybody's invited. It's a little expensive though, but you're invited.